Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. We're live. I am Dr. Justine Limos, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming eclipse, the solar eclipse in what we call Uttarabhadra, star of burning, the star of the latter happy feet. We're going to talk about what this means for our karma, karmic connections, what it means for letting go of past burdens and soul evolution. I'm also going to be making some Ayurvedic teas and spice mixtures and making an Ayurvedic oil that I'm going to make into some whipped body butter after the eclipse. But this particular eclipse that's coming up on the new moon is about spiritual awakening and letting go of past burdens. It's about soul evolution. It's ruled by Saturn, which is karma, and Jupiter, which is wisdom, because we're in a star sign ruled over by Saturn, in a sign, Pisces, that's ruled over by Jupiter. And so it's like a cosmic check-in on our spiritual progress, on our cosmic progress, both collectively and individually. So this new moon solar eclipse is coming up on March 28th. And it's really powerful. Some of the themes are clearing old debts, financial or emotional or past life, karmic ties can get resolved. Relationship patterns are going to resurface. Are we stuck in cycles of attachment and control and avoidance? This eclipse is going to highlight what needs healing. And it's also a massive spiritual upgrade. It's a powerful time for deep insights and divine downloads, and even soul retrievals. So take a deep breath. What old wounds and patterns have been coming up for you lately? Now is the time where we get this opportunity to create massive shift. So if you're on with me on the live stream, go ahead and drop an emoji, say hi. I'd love to hear from you. And we're going to have some little time together before I have to jump off and read a Vedic astrology chart. So this eclipse happens in Pisces in Vedic astrology, in a water sign with very deep emotional and spiritual undertones. It's about relationships and soul connections and karmic partners and twin flames. This is two fish swimming in opposite directions. And Uttarabhadra Nakshatra is about the burning out, the ending, the funeral pyre. There are three places in the Vedic star sign system where there are early and latter signs, Uttara and Purva. Purva is early, Uttara is latter. And this is the last of these three sets of early and latter. And this is the latter of the latter. This is the end. This is the ending point before rebirth and before transcendence. It's the second to last star sign in the system of 27 star signs. So this star sign, this nakshatra, is about spiritual awakening. It's about letting go of past burdens. It's about letting go of karma. And as I'm talking, I'm going to start making some Ayurvedic tea, an Ayurvedic tea mixture that is actually going to be for summertime, but I have a couple of clients that are having heat symptoms, especially with this eclipse cycle. So I'm just making some Ayurvedic tea for the eclipse in particular, some Pitta dosha tea, and I'll also maybe make some Vata dosha tea. Hey, Anne, how are you? When does the eclipse happen? Hi, Ali, how are you? Eclipse happens on the 28th of March with the new moon and a solar eclipse. And at that moment, also 6 planets are going to move into Pisces. Saturn moves into Pisces. And it is also the beginning of Chaitra Navratri, the beginning of the 9 nights of the goddess in the spring. I don't have my measuring cup. I'm going to need to grab my measuring cup for making this tea. All these different moving parts, right? but I can always come on later and make some tea. Hey, be sure to like, follow, and share my YouTube channel and Instagram. Oh, and I'm also thinking of starting an Instagram channel for my outfits because I really like clothing and it's really fun to do styling just because I don't have enough projects going on. So, any rate, thumbs up. Thank you, Fred. I think I'm gonna grab, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna grab a measuring cup. Hopefully you can hear me. Oh, I forgot to put on my microphone too. Sloppy this morning. Can't find my measuring cup. I'm here in my Ayurvedic apothecary in Mendocino, California, making Ayurvedic teas and spices and also talking about the energy of the eclipse. And this is what I want. This will work fine. And getting set up to meet a client for a Vedic astrology reading. I'm telling you, never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. This will work just fine. So about this eclipse, it's really about clearing old debts financially, emotionally, and even past life karma. And it's about relationships patterns resurfacing. So there can be really massive karmic closures at this time. So right now I'm taking licorice, a couple cups of licorice. This is a very cooling tea. So it's actually not seasonally appropriate, but it's for a client who has some liver heat going on, some rashes and some other things. So licorice is really cooling, really good for the liver. And then rose petal, which is for the heart, both the physical heart and the heart chakra, which can accumulate a lot of heat. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this tea that I'm making is actually really good for this eclipse because things don't happen for on accident, because this eclipse is going to contain a lot of fire. And that fire wants to burn. And so, and then about a quarter cup of cinnamon bark. You can see this is this really beautiful tea that I'm making. You can see it here. Yum. And it smells super, super good. And then the last thing I'm putting in this tea, which is going to be really good for the heat and the drama of this eclipse, is cardamom. You can see here. Yum. It smells so yummy. There's this, and I'll mortar and pestle it a little bit. At any rate, say hey if you're on with me live. You're trying to rebalance amidst all of your movement. Yes, that is a good idea. But it's also know that we're in the trough. It's like being in a trough. If you've ever been on a boat and they like anchor and we're just stuck in between wave cycles and you just go back and forth and back and forth. Right now, between the eclipse, it's hard to find balance. Eclipses make things very mysterious. It's hard to know what is what. It's hard to know what is real. Things are hidden. Things are revealed. And, it's really interesting because like in Mendocino County right now, if you've been following it, there's this massive thing happening around someone who claims that their father was a serial murderer, which is just crazy pants. And she has all this evidence, but no one knows if it's real, not real, if she's making it up, not making it up. And that's very much like energy between the eclipses. And so, if you've been avoiding really tough talks that you need to have with people, this energy will push you towards honesty. I just had an eruption with someone that was really about an emotional purging, which is another key theme of this eclipse. Like hidden emotions and past heartbreaks and unfinished business can surface. So let me know if you've been feeling this in your energy or in your field recently. Ooh, okay. So I made some Pitta Dosha tea, which is great. And then I'm also going to start an olive oil calendula infusion, which then I'm going to use later to make some whipped body butter. But I'm going to let this infuse for probably 30 days. So I'm just putting olive oil. This is a copper vessel that we use in Ayurveda. And I'm going to put olive oil in here and then put calendula flour because it's very, very good for the skin. There we go. This is just organic olive oil. And then I'm going to take calendula flour and I'm going to put it in here, which is also very cooling and contains the energy of the sun. So it's really nice for summertime. And so this is going to be some whipped body butter that I'm going to make for the drying energy that's going to come in with the wind here in particular. So it's just olive oil and calendula in a copper vessel. You don't have to use a copper vessel. Maybe I'll stir it. That I'm going to soak for 30 days. Just leave it. And then I'll use muslin to strain it out. And then I'll be using it to make some whipped body butter later. So that'll be fun. Why is my lid not fitting on there? See, everybody just likes to, I hear that people like to just watch people live stream and do things. So that's what we're doing, is live streaming and do things. By the way, I really want an essential oil diffuser. If anyone has one just hanging around, let me know. Okay, I'm back paying attention to you guys. How are you all doing out there? Okay, so we want to take some remedies for this eclipse so we can navigate it with ease and grace. So water rituals, take a bath, dip your feet in water, cleanse out the heavy energies. This is a watery eclipse. It's a meeting of water and solar energies. You know, any mantras, if you know any mantras that work with Saturn energy, if you're a yogi, Mrityunjaya mantra, Shani mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, because this eclipse is ruled over by the energy of Saturn, which connects to Shiva, and it's Saturn underwater. And you know, Shiva loves to go underwater. He teaches Parvati underwater in this beautiful palace that they create. And this is where he teaches the highest secrets of karmic and tantric yoga. Is deep under the water, right? And so this is the deep dive. One of the symbols of Uttarabhadra Pada Nakshatra, where this eclipse happens, is the dragon of the deep waters. The dragon of the deep waters that dives down into the water. And so, you know, this eclipse is about a deep dive under the water. What is lurking under the surface? And so this eclipse is not here to break you. It's here to liberate you. And we have to trust the process. Release the past. Inhale, let, exhale, go. Inhale, let, exhale, go. So if you enjoyed, go ahead and like, follow, share, like on YouTube. I have a new YouTube channel. Follow on Instagram. Do all the things that you all know how to do. And I'm thinking about, creating a new Instagram account for fashion. Why not? It sounds like fun. Come into the shala, have an appointment, do all the things with me. I'd love to hear from you about this eclipse and what your intuition is telling you. Shri Matre Namaha, much love, friends.